Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Maria. I'm going to be making a simple craft with you guys, a key holder wall mount, using simple crafts from the dollar store. The wood pieces, the hooks, and the sanding sponge are from the dollar store. The glue and the spray paint is from Home Depot, or you can find that at any craft store, Joann, Michael's, Walmart, Target. I did get the spray paint, but I'm not using that. I changed my mind after. We're going to start by gluing these two pieces together, and yeah, let's get started. After gluing the pieces together, I do hold it down for a little bit before I start sanding it down. I do start sanding it down because I want to make sure that there's no dry glue on there, because now the paint won't really go so well. You just have like little bumpy pieces on it. After removing some dust from sanding, I do take out the hooks just to measure out where I want to put them and make sure that they are going to fit correctly between, you know, the wording and the hooks, and just to have an image of where they're going to go. After deciding where they're going to go, I did pick the paint that I was going to use. I'm using Waverly matte finish elephant. It's a gray. It's a gray paint, really pretty. Sorry you can't see it, it's a little blurry. I tried. um, but I start by brushing it with a brush, and then I'm going to use a wipe just to smear it a little bit more, because I don't want it to be too heavy, but I do wipe some of it off. After painting both sides, I do decide that I want to do the edges, because I do want it to have the gray color all around. So I do use the wipe just to smear that paint all around it instead of adding more paint to it, but I do add some at the end. But I do wipe a lot of that paint off because I don't want it to be too dark, but I do want it to have like that wood color to come through it. I'm using the white because it's my preference. You don't have to. You can always use a really damp paper towel if you like. But I feel like that would take off too much of the paint. But this is what I was looking for. This is the style that I was looking for. I see a lot of the crafters use the wipes. Some use paper towels. But it's your preference, however you want it to look. That's the color that and the style that I was looking for the design. Now after doing that, I was looking at it and I felt like I needed to see a little bit more of that wood. So I started to sand down my piece just a little bit more so I can see some of that wood. And I kind of like went for the edges. It's more like a rustic look, I would say. But yeah, it's what I was looking for. But I do wipe off some of that. I use a paper towel, not a wipe, to wipe off some of that sanding dust from it. Just so nothing will be on it when I start adding the other stuff on here. Okay, so here I take my hooks back out. I do want to measure it again, but this time I start to peel off the little sticky part that comes with it, because I won't be needing those. I will be gluing these on with glue later on in the video, so you'll see that when that comes up. But I did use my Cricut to print out whatever words I'm going to put on there, which you will see me do that next. That will be on another video, the whole cricket stuff. Okay, so here's my sign that I will be adding on to my wood. It says, "Take a deep breath, you're home now," with my little butterfly at the end. And I start to measure it to make sure that I have it in the right spot. It was a perfect size. Everything was 12 inches, which fit right with the vinyl that was already cut. I do put the hooks on just to make sure that none of it is overlapping any of the words or anything else on there. I wanted to make sure that the hooks were perfectly on there and spaced correctly. Here I use my little cutter just to cut the transfer tape off so I can put my letters on. You'll see how that goes on there. Once my design is on the transfer tape, I do make sure that everything is readed out correctly, and I start to make sure everything is aligned correctly, because I didn't want to put it too up, too down, or not like in the right spot. I wanted it to be straight as well. So yeah, I do that. If this is your first time doing a project like this, please be careful not to go too fast when peeling off the transfer tape, because I almost lost the 3 dots at the end. However, I noticed it and I went back and pushed it back down. But once that is off, yeah, you're pretty much done after that, because it's got the glue behind it or whatever. But you can choose to put a finish on here, Mod Podge or anything. I chose not to. I do put the transfer tape back on the sheet that it came in, because I can always reuse that piece later. But yeah, you can always cover that with something if you want to give it more of a shiny finish, or you want to make sure that it's completely sealed on there. I didn't feel the need to, so I didn't do that. So I just left it the way it was. Okay, so here I have my glue gun. I was going to use just a glue gun, but I felt like I needed something extra. So I pulled out my E6000, and after recording this video, I realized I probably could have used my Gorilla Glue. But I think I just wanted it to adhere faster, and I didn't want it wait because I was being a little impatient and I wanted to hang this up right away. So I used my E6000 in the middle, and then I put the hot glue around it so it can dry faster, and I just wanted it to go up right away. But yeah, I did end up using both glues on there. Once I put the glue on, I did press down to make sure that it was like right on there. When I pushed down, I kind of pushed out some of that hot glue out, but that's okay. I ended up cleaning that up after. But yeah, I did the same thing with the other two hooks. Okay, so after I put those on there, I decided I wanted to put two hooks on the back. I do have the D-shaped hooks, and I just add some screws on there to the back. Make sure the screws are not long enough that they'll go through, but I did use my drill for that, and I screwed them on there. Okay, our project is done. I am loving how it came out. I love the color, the hooks, all of that. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos. Till next time, bye!